Persist through obstacle. Persist through obstacles. Persist through obstacles. Stay committed to your path. And watch.
Hey, what's up, Fawn? Sorry, I just walked back to the computer real quick. I went back in my backyard to go check on the cause I have a garden back there, and I like to grow vegetables and fruits and stuff. So I was back there just checking on everything, making sure um, everything was watered. I'm gonna have to leave later on today. I am good also. Thank you for asking, Fawn. But yeah, like I was saying, I was just out there checking on the plants. I'm growing some watermelon right now and some zucchini. And so yeah, my plan is to hopefully harvest about 20 to 30 watermelons in the next month and a half to 2 months. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Little baby plants right now. They're not too baby. They've been about 3-4 weeks, but yeah. This is my first time doing watermelon and squash and stuff. But this last summer I had so much watermelon that I really just started liking it a lot. So I just thought, why not try to grow it? But yeah, so there's two different color watermelons that I'm growing. I'm growing a red one, like the normal ones, and then I'm also growing a yellow one, which is the more rare one. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a yellow watermelon, but yeah, I got a few yellow watermelons. I've never had one before, but I've only seen them. So this will be my first time trying a yellow watermelon, and hopefully they say they're as good as they say they are. But yeah, so hopefully in about 2 months I'll have some fresh new watermelons, and maybe I'll show you guys on stream or something. I'll take some pics and I'll show you guys our videos, and I'll show you guys on stream. Hopefully they finish. Nice. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I like to. There's this like I'm not a genius or anything. I don't know a lot, but I've just been researching a lot of stuff, and they were saying just take it with an open mind. What they were kind of saying was that the only true way to get hydrated with water is through fruits and vegetables. Is that they're saying when you drink purified water, there's no minerals and things in it, so it actually pulls minerals from your body to digest it and stuff. So technically they say in order to get really hydrated the way you're supposed to grow fruits and vegetables. I also grow many vegetables and fruits on my house. Oh man, bro, that's why we get along so well, because we both enjoy gardening and feeding our families with food that we grow from the earth. So that's good. But yeah, so that's why I've been really on like this whole lot of like fruit and vegetable journey lately, just because I've been noticing a lot better, like health wise. I don't never really get sick, but I would get sick maybe once a year, maybe once every other year or something. Yeah, show me, bro. Send me a picture, and I'll send you a video also in Discord or something, so you can see what I have going. But yeah, so that's why it's like I still haven't gotten sick. So that's why I've been noticing is that the more fruits and vegetables I eat, just like when our parents would tell us when we were kids, it all makes sense. But yeah, so now it's like now I'm real conscious about it, and always, yeah, we'll show you soon. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I'll send you a little quick video also, show you what I have going on. But yeah, like I said, so that's why I've been trying to grow some fruits and vegetables, and when I harvest, I don't plan on eating all of it. I just plan on giving a lot of it away to my friends and family and stuff. Little do they know, I'm doing it to hopefully help them stay healthy. Because it's a crazy world, bro. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people get sick all the time, and I just like with trading, I tried to figure out. I back test on things of like why do I get sick? Why does this happen? Why does this happen? And I back test on my own body, and I would try things. I would try this. I would try that, and then like I said, the it's weekend at your side. Yes, it's Saturday morning right now. It's Saturday morning at 7, pretty much almost 7 p.m. It's 6:52 right now. 6:52 a.m. So, but yeah, like, cause the thing is I remember when I first started trading Bitcoin, it was always it was always on the weekends and stuff. Well, it was every day, but even on the weekends, you would never see much. But then there would be like one random weekend, it would just continue moving or doing something crazy. But yeah, I haven't really been able to trade on the weekends lately, just because there's just not enough movement and stuff. How is the weather? The weather right now is actually it's I'm looking on the weather app. It says sunny. The high is 59. The high is 95 because we're in the summertime over here. So the high is 95 degrees and then the low is 59 degrees, and we go by Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if you guys do Fahrenheit or Celsius, but I could tell you Celsius if you guys do Celsius. But yeah, so currently right now though, it's 60 degrees. It's 60 degrees at 7 in the morning. So right now it usually feels nice and cool. Cause like I was saying about where I'm from, I'm in California, which is probably one of the like sunniest states. It's sunny, but not like we have other states that are like sunny and dry, sunny and humid, and just depends on the where you're at. So yeah, like California is probably one of the best weather states in the United States, I believe, just because it's like the perfect environment to grow agriculture. We have like California, the state that I live in, is the number one agriculture state in the whole country because of our weather and stuff. And most of it comes from the Central Valley, where I was explaining that time where I live at, which is, kind of like a bowl. It's like a bowl inside of the state. Mountains all around us. But like I said, that's why we have good agriculture. It's 89.6 Fahrenheit here. Oh man, that's not bad. But what time of the day is it right now? Is it early in the morning? Great, nice environment. Yeah, it's very nice over here. And like I said, so in our state, I live in the middle of it. Let's say like, you could go up and you could go down. I live right in the middle of both. But the thing is if you go up north, the higher north you go, the colder it gets because it's closer to the water. Where when you go down south, it gets a little bit hotter because it's further away from the water. But it's still the coast. The whole state that I live on is on the coast of the water. So it's 6 p.m. there. So you're pretty much 12 hours a different time than me. So that's what I've been noticing. So it's pretty much 6 here. So you're 12 hours difference. So when I'm streaming London at midnight, you're 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Just dropped from 110 Fahrenheit. UAE is too hot. Oh man. Dang. Is that like, was it 110 in like the middle of the day, like 3 p.m. type of stuff? Is that when you guys get the hottest? But that's why too, it's is it like dry heat or is it like humid with a lot of like moisture in the air? Yes, at 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. is your middle of your day. Oh man. Well, at least it cooled down a little bit, but the thing is dry only. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess it's not too bad then, because there's a state that we live in. I mean, well, there's a state here in the United States. It's called Texas and Florida. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but those two states, they're like the same as California. But the thing is California. Let's say if you're looking at the map of the United States, California is on the very left coast. Florida is on the very right coast. It's on the other side, so it's across the whole country. And they're hot, but they're humid. So it'll be 100 degrees, but you'll be sweating because it's so heat. Like you'll be sweating just because it's humid, not so much because of the heat, but it's just because it's so humid. It could even be like, it's just always humid. So when it's hot, it's still humid. But like when you go to where I'm at in California, our hot is more dry. So it's not as hot. I guess when you're in real high humidity, it always feels hotter just because you start to sweat and it kind of triggers your mind into thinking you're hot. My hometown weather is very good, raining almost two or days in a week, but here in, oh my god, too hot. That's funny. But I'm sure you work inside, correct? So it's like at least you could work inside. You don't have to work outside. But yeah, but I definitely respect and appreciate all of the hardworking people out there in the world, because we definitely need a lot of hardworking people. So it's always a good it's always good. I will never disrespect a hardworking man that works, no matter what he does. As long as he works and put in works to provide for his family, that's all that matters to me. That's a real man to me, I think. Somebody who could provide and work no matter what job it is. But yeah, I used to work outside. That's why I know. Technically, I work in a warehouse now, but it's not directly in the sun. And I also work more towards the north side of my state, which is also a lot cooler. So it still gets hot, but it's closer to the water, which is the Bay Area they call it, which is where the water's at. And being next to the water, it's always cold. In the morning, it warms up in the middle of the day, and then it gets cold again at night. So when I'm working at 12 hours, I start at 5 in the morning and I get off at 5 p.m. So when I start work, it's cold, and when I finish work, it's hot, but it's already starting to cool off in the day. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if you noticed too, but I'm on Bitcoin right now. I'm not on gold, or not, because we obviously were closed today, but Oh, hey, Fawn. I just seen your message. I was actually looking. I was wondering why you weren't replying, so I figured you were doing something on Discord. So I'm checking right now. Hey, man, that looks very, very good. What kind are those? Are those figs? Are those figs the ones you open in your hand? You have one split open. Oh man. And then is that chili peppers or bell peppers, the green one? And then I see tomatoes. Oh man. And then I see chilies. I see chilies. Yes, figs. Oh man, bro, that's good. I like that. You got, what's the first picture? The one with the big tree with the, it looks, I don't know what this one, it's the very first picture, the top one that you sent. Is that the figs also? Hey, what's up, Krish? How's it going? Or no, they, almost all vegetable fruits, everything as per season. Oh, okay. I'm wondering, like I said, I'm not sure what this first picture is. Is it maybe tomatoes? I don't know. But that don't look like a tomato plant. That tomato. Okay, then I guess it is tomato. All right, all right. That's cool, man. But yeah, Krish, how you doing? Ahmad Jr. Hey, what's up, Ahmad Jr.? How you doing? How you doing right now? Almost pump. That's cool. Yeah, right now Ahmad and Krish, I'm just checking Discord right now. Hey, Fawn, would you mind if I pulled up the Discord on a Plum? There you go, Plum. Let's see. I'll pull it up on Discord so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So this is what I'm looking at right here, guys. My buddy Fawn is showing me his garden. Look at this. How you guys like this? Look at that. Those are plums. That's the ones I think he's saying are plums. And then we got these looking like the figs. Hey man, those are nice. Those are nice. I like that. And I said, man, I love everything to do with growing. I don't know why. Because I think maybe, okay, this is a story I have. Okay, when I was a little boy, when I was very young, I could say probably like 5 to 10 years old, my grandpa on my dad's side and my grandpa on my mom's side wears weed. Hey, Krish, those are the ones I can't show you, but trust me, they're growing too. But anyways, what I was saying is fun. Yeah, like I was saying, both my grandparents on both my parents' side, they used to grow. One of them used to grow tomatoes, lemons, and then the other one used to grow grapes, and then we would turn the grapes into raisins. So ever since I was young, I've always been around agriculture and stuff, and it's probably in my blood, you know. Like I love gardening, and it's a way to relax, I guess. It's a way to feel accomplished, you know. You go through a whole harvest and you get rewarded with fruits and vegetables, and then you guys can eat off of them, and it's just so rewarding and stuff. And then you know it's organic, you know you didn't spray a bunch of random stuff on it, you know you didn't do this and do that, so it's always good, definitely good. But yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna take a video. Give me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna record a video and I'm gonna send it to Fawn and I can show you guys. But let me go through these pictures real quick. That's the figs, and then these are the figs right here that I believe that are finished. And then this is the bell pepper, or yeah, I would think these are like bell peppers. And then these are the tomatoes. And then these are the chilies. I like those. My grandma used to grow those a lot of chilies and stuff. And like I said, my grandpa used to grow tomatoes like this also. And then this one, what is this one? I could see the fruits on there. Maybe a peach, or is that the plum one you were talking about? But yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. All right, I'm back. Yeah, all right, I just sent it to him right now. Look, I'm gonna play you guys the video. You guys ready? I just want to make sure you guys are still there. So look, this is my my garden that I have in my backyard. These are the watermelons right here. These are all just watermelon plants. Watermelon. Some of them are small. Some of them are kind of dying. That one right there is a squash or zucchini. I forget, but squash. And then goes my little cat. Yeah, and then there goes the squash. These right here are the yellow watermelons. So these are the rarer ones that are yellow on the inside. I'm not sure if you guys seen yellow watermelons before, but yeah, those are the yellow watermelons that let me see. Let's see. New tab. Let's see. I'll show you guys again right now. So these are the yellow watermelons that I'm hopefully gonna be able to grow. The blue ones aren't real, that's Photoshop, but the yellow ones this is what I've been trying to grow right now. So hopefully I got, like I said, mostly all reds, but then I do have some yellow ones. All the ones that were at the end of the video were all yellow. Whoa, nice, bro. Is that cat black one? Yeah, that's my, well, yeah, that's my cat. His name is G, like the letter G. But yeah, he went outside in the morning and I just forgot. I mean, he's only been out there for 30 minutes, but when I went out there, I started looking at the plants and then he ran right up there on that piece of wood.
So these ones are all the yellow.
But yeah, those were all the yellow ones right there. What I'm going to do today, actually probably when I get off a stream, is you see how those ones, that one is standing straight up. What I'm going to do with the other ones is I'm going to vertical grow them going upwards. I want to show you guys a video that I just seen it yesterday. Let's see, YouTube. I was probably on these. Yeah, this guy right here. Oh man, this guy has oh, I need to watch this actually. This is where I want to try to get the ideas from. So this is how he grows them and stuff like that. This is exactly what I want to do, just like that. I need to figure out how to get them like that. Well, I want to show you the video he has. He has some nice videos. Watermelon tips for red juicy Clemsons. Yeah, these are it. He has some, like I said, he has some really nice videos about watermelons, and the way he grows them is so nice. I like how he grows them. And he does nice thumbnails and everything. That's actually what I'm gonna have to do myself, is start making thumbnails, I think, because the thumbnails is gonna help a lot. How to prune your watermelons. Yep, I need to watch that one again, because I haven't pruned them or anything yet. And that's the thing, is I know you gotta pollinate the watermelons, you have to do all kinds of different things, but he did like a vertical growing. I don't know. Let me see. It was history. Let's see what this history is on. I was watching them all yesterday. I was watching them right here. Yeah, look right here. This is kind of how I want it to look. So look, guys, next time I show you guys a video of the garden, let's say I'll do it probably like on Monday or Tuesday. I'll show you guys, but that's what I want it to look like. I want them all to be standing straight up like that, because he says it's better to have them growing vertical like that, because you know, you could see the good stuff, you could see the bad stuff, you know, you could tell if it's doing good or doing bad and whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of my idea of what I want to do. I want to be able to have it looking something like that. Mine don't look nothing like that yet, but like I said, hopefully by the time I'm done, I could have it looking like that, you know. But yeah, this is mine. Like I said, so I already have the bamboos there. All I gotta do is pretty much tie them. I just gotta tie it to the bamboo now, so that way it sticks up. These ones are all sticking up already, but like I said, as the bigger they get, the less they stand up. Yeah, that's my next goal, is to go back. And like I said, I need to spend a little time pulling the weeds and doing all these other things, because I don't want that to be the taking up energy, you know, pulling from the plants. But yeah, that's my little garden. I wish you guys lived a little bit closer. I could maybe send you guys a watermelon in the mail or something. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. That's why I told Don. I was telling Don, or I wasn't telling him, but I was thinking, I was like, man, I wish Don had like I wish he lived a little bit closer or something. I could send him a yellow watermelon, and you know, and just show him like, hey man, I grew it myself, this and that. And it's all organic. I'm not spraying anything on it. Anything. There was a little bit of problems with ants. I had a little bit of ants recently, but what I did was, or what I've been watching video, even the guy that I was just showing you, he was saying if you use cayenne pepper, it's a natural pest control thing, because I guess pests don't like, you know, spicy stuff. But obviously if you have like lettuce or some kind of fruit or vegetable that you're just going to eat the skin, then you would want to obviously wash it off, or you're going to have spicy food, you know. But like I said, for a watermelon or something, I'm going to go out there and sprinkle some, because I'm having a little bit of ant problems. So because that's why the small ones are kind of dying off, because the ants were attacking them and stuff. And like I said, I was looking up how to fix it. And like I said, I don't want to spray any pest control or anything negative, so I want to try to keep everything organic. So what I was reading was, you know, chili powder, they don't like spicy, I could imagine. So what I was going to do is I was going to put some cayenne pepper in some water and spray them, and then hopefully that deters the ants and stuff. But like I said, but the good thing about watermelon is that you don't eat the outside, but even the outside, I'll still wash it. But like I said, it's, you know, you don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, peaches. Oh, peaches. That's what those are. I just seen the message. Hey, bro, I love peaches. That's actually probably my next thing. But I'm not sure if I told you guys, but on Tuesday I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled. All 4 of them, bro. Oh man, I haven't been in like pain, because I've been taking like little, it's called ibuprofen, which is like it's like a little medicine you get from the Walmart or whatever local store, and it's just over the counter, and it's just to help with pain. But yeah, so I've been taking those, is why I don't really feel much pain, but when I don't take it, I do feel the pain. But yeah, I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out in the same day. So it's been these last few days, it's been good, because I've been able to focus, because I actually took the last 2 days off of work so I could recover, because I didn't want to go to work and I have big old holes in my mouth, and I'm over here working my ass off, and you know, just because I could barely eat. So I don't want to have to go to work and be hungry, you know. And I want to be able to, if I'm gonna have to work hard, I have to be, you know, with some energy, you know, with some food in my system. So I just said I'll take these 2 days off, and then now I have the whole weekend off, so I was able to get 5 days off. But these last few days that I've had off, it's been great, because I've been able to trade pretty much all week. So I didn't trade Tuesday, because that's the day I took the dentist, went to the dentist, and then the next day I was. So I've been trading pretty much since Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all 3 days. Like, I want to show you guys how many hours I streamed in one day. One of these days that I streamed, check this out. I was surprised myself. I didn't even realize I did that. But look, Um, look, yesterday, 23 hours ago, which was New York or forget what yeah, New York probably, I streamed for 2 hours. And then the day before, I streamed for 145. The same day I streamed for 5 hours, and then that next day I streamed for 3 hours 45. And then this was the one that these three right here were all in the same day, was because I think this was the day after my surgery, so I was pretty much home all day. So look at, in one day I streamed 3.5 hours, 3 hours, and 3 hours and 45 minutes. Pretty much you can say I streamed for 10 hours in one day. Streaming New York, streaming London, or streaming Asian and London. So like I said, my next few days, I'm gonna be streaming every single day, brothers. Every single day. No stopping me, man. I'm gonna hit 500 subscribers hopefully in the next few months, you know, and stuff like that. So that's my goal, is to hit 500 subscribers. That way I can start making money, or I can start getting paid on YouTube. You know, if I could get paid on YouTube, I don't care. Once I'm able to collect a decent amount of check, I'm going full-time YouTube. So that's my goal, is to, I mean, my ultimate goal is to be a full-time trader. The YouTube is just going to be extra, but what the YouTube is going to allow me to do is able to not have to go to work every day, because I go to work for 12 hours a day. So the way my work schedule works is I'll go for 12 hours, and then I'm off for 12 hours, and then I go back for 12 hours, and then I'm off for 2 days. And then after 2 days, I go back to work for 12 hours. I'm off for 12 hours. So it's literally like 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. And then I take 2 days off. 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. Take 2 days off. 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. Take 3 days off. 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. Take 2 days off. So it's just like back and forth, back and forth. So, but the thing is also, the way my job is that it's an hour and a half away from where I live at. So I'm sure you guys heard of Tesla, right? You guys heard of Tesla and Elon Musk. So with Tesla, I work at Tesla in the warehouse. We make all the cars and stuff. I wish I could live stream in there, like actually live stream and stuff. That would be so cool. But yeah, so I work pretty much with Tesla, and I mean, it's a good company. They give me stocks and stuff. That's one thing too, is I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my advice. But if any company that I would want to invest in is definitely Tesla, because the Cybertruck is going to be coming out. It's actually already coming out, actually, if you think about it. Let me show you. There was a video I just seen yesterday on Instagram that they're already delivering the Cybertrucks. I'm sure you guys seen the Cybertrucks, correct? Cybertruck. Yeah, these are the Cybertrucks. What does a Cybertruck cost? Around $50,000. That's not even that bad. It's not even that bad. But yeah, so these are like, they had some at our work. I mean, they're making these in a different location than where I work at, but they still had them at our job. Like, they brought them in and stuff. But yeah, so like I was saying though, is that, so when I work an hour and a half away. So in order to get to work and get home, that takes 3 hours, correct? So let's say I wake up at 2:30, I catch the bus at 3. I get to work about 4:30, 4:45. I start work at 5:30. I work all the way from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then I have to drive home another hour and a half. So I don't get home, and then our bus leaves at 5:45. So I don't get home to about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. So I'm leaving my house at 2:30 and I get home at 8, which is way more than 12 hours. That's 16 hours pretty much. That's 16 hours a day that I'm wasting just going to work. So the thing is that's why it's kind of hard to trade on my work days. Is just because I'm spending 16 hours, you know. So when I stream London, I have to uh, like go to sleep right when I get home at 8 o'clock, wake up at 12, stream maybe 2 hours, and then go back to sleep on the bus. So that's why I'm saying this YouTube. If I'm able to make a little bit of money off of YouTube, it'll buy me so much more time so I can actually trade the way I want to. But do you think this truck will be good on sales? Yes, it will be great on sales. Because it's the only car that looks like that. It's gonna make a whole lot of people, because the thing is, it was this, you could kind of say the same thing about all the other Teslas. The Teslas every year Tesla is just making more and more cars. Like certain factories all over the world are just getting better and better. So like our factory might be one of the best because we're pumping out a bunch of cars. But yeah, like I said, I believe it will be, just because like I said, like a lot of people just want a new toy, you know, and that's gonna definitely be a new toy that people are gonna be able to play around with. But and the thing is also, I'm not sure if, like I said, I'm not trying to make you guys do. I'm just explaining what I see from work. You know, I go to work, so that's why I know it's like. That's why, like I said, I see it with my own eyes, bro. We don't stop making cars. It's just all day, every day. That the warehouse is, like I said, I work 12 hours. The other shift works 12 hours. So the warehouse is open 24 hours a day. It's open 24 hours a day. Be pumping out cars all day. But yeah, that's why I say. But the reason why too is that when I first started working there, they gave us stocks, like just an incentive just to work there. They're like, hey, since you guys are working here, here's some stocks. So they gave me some stocks, and then recently when I first started, they gave me the stocks, and then a little while ago. And then a little while ago, they just did a split. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar how they do splits in stocks and stuff. So let's say you have one stock and then they do a split. Now you automatically have 3 stocks, depending on how many times they split it. They split it 3 times, 5 times. You'll either go from 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, depending on what they split. But the last time they split it to 3. So however many stocks I had, they just multiplied it by 3. Now I got 3 times that many stocks. And then there's my friend that got me the job. He's been there for 7 years. So I could imagine how much stock he's been able to accumulate over these 7 years. And when it tripled, it split 3 times. His, let's say at least 100 turned to 300, you know. And there's people at my job with millions of dollars of stock, but they've been there for 8-9 years type of thing. They've been there for a long time. So they were getting stocks when stocks were $40, you know. Now they're 300, 400, but that's after the split. This when they, how I consider it is that if Tesla is at 300, that was the price that we split at. We split at 900. So technically, it being at 300 is the same price as what we used to be at 900. So if it's at 300, that kind of shows you, yeah, we're kind of high right now. But it just recently went down to 200, so that's half, pretty much. Well, let's say almost half. So half of 900 would be 450, 500. So it's pretty much around that area right now. But what I'm saying though is that Tesla is still early. Like they're. I mean, you can say, oh man, I'm late to it, but bro, 10 years from now, you're gonna be wishing that we had Tesla stock, because Elon Musk isn't stopping. He has Twitter. He has, so just imagine the promotion that he could give himself on Tesla because of Twitter or X, you know. So like I said, it's a game of, like, you have to just find somebody and trust them, trust their opinion. And when it comes to Elon Musk, I trust what he's saying, bro. I mean, a lot of people don't like what he says, but he doesn't do anything to hurt the people. It's like he's like I believe he's like our Robin Hood. He's trying to help the people as best he can. It's like obviously he can't just give us all money. That's the only way people think help is, but he's actually fighting for things that we would never fight for, or like, that we would never have, like freedom of speech and all of these other things that like, us being able to post whatever we want to post without the government, being so strict and doing all. It's just he's doing things that we would never be able to explain, and like I said, I trust that he is doing this for the better of us, not so much. He's already rich. This is one thing that I say though about Elon Musk, is that he's a smart man, is that he's an engineer on his own. So that's why he's so hands-on with a lot of stuff. I remember when my friend was telling me when he first started at Tesla 7 years ago, Tesla wasn't doing as good as it is now. They were almost going bankrupt. So during that time, he would always run into to Elon Musk at work, because Elon would show up every day to work, and he would actually sleep at the warehouse. The actual warehouse that I work at right now, he had a room there that had a bed and everything, because he was there, like he lived there, because he wanted to make sure the company got to where it needed to be, so he didn't have to be there all the time. Because he's an engineer. That's the one thing they said. They said the most billionaires in the world are engineers. So, like I said, and he's a smart. That's one thing, is he's just not a CEO telling people what to do. He's actually in the meetings trying to figure out what everybody else's problems are. So that's one thing I see about him, that like other people are just paying other people, but he's smart enough to figure it out on his own. And if he's not, he's smart enough to find the people that could figure it out. And that's also a good thing about him, is that if he doesn't know it, he knows how to find the people that do. But like I said, I'm just saying, because like I said, I'm doing this, I'm buying Tesla. Like I said, this is not financial advice. This is nothing. This is just my personal opinion, is that the way I see it is, in 10 years from now, Tesla will be double of where it's at right now. So whatever money you put now, it'll just be doubled pretty much. So that's why it's like every time I get paid with my check, I buy a little bit of Tesla, a little bit. It's not a lot, but like I said, give me 3 years of consistently doing that every 2 weeks, it'll start adding up, So, and then like I said, every time it splits, it just triples. And then I just, like I said, hopefully one day. And that's the benefit about working there too, is the fact that when I buy the stocks, I actually get the stocks for 15% cheaper. I don't have to I don't have to so I mean, like I said, let's just say it's $100. 15% off of $100 will be $85. So when people are paying $100 for the stock, I only have to pay $85. So it's like, it's definitely a good investment, because even if the stock were to stay the same the whole year, it didn't matter. At the end of the year, if I were to cash out what I bought, it's just like I made 15% on it. So it's like, I mean, to be honest, the stock market, they say they only promise like 7% every year. So let alone just with Tesla alone, I could just make 15% just buying it every year, and then at the end of the year sell it. So I made 15% on my investment pretty much, which isn't bad. I like it. But that's why I say too, it's a lot of it is, it's just time. It's going to take time. Because like I said, imagine if you spent, it's the same thing with Bitcoin, I guess you could say now. It's like people are, oh man, I missed out on Bitcoin being $1,000. I wish I would have bought. But then when it goes to 60,000, people are gonna be like, man, I wish I could buy it at 25,000 or 30,000. I wish I could do that. But it's just, like I said, it's just, you're never too late. If you trust if you believe in what's gonna happen, trust the process, and it's gonna take time. But like I said, you have to find somebody that you trust. The same way we trust Don. And like I said, you could just tell Don's not a scam artist. He's not trying to get over on people. He's trying to help people. And that's where I say, that's how you can tell a good person from somebody who's a good person and somebody who's not. Is someone who's trying to charge you for information that they acquired for free. It's like me. This is one thing I would see is that, like, I learned all this information from Don for free. I didn't pay him for it. I just learned it for free. So it would be a disservice for me to think, oh, I should be charging for the same information that he's giving out for free. Even though I probably could, but it's just like I said, I'm not that type of person. I'm not in it for the greed, because I understand the money will come from trading, not so much me charging a person that doesn't know what they're doing, you know? That's just how I see it. It's just, like I said, it's everything's a gamble, I guess, at the end of the day. But the gamble that you would rather bet on is somebody you trust. So, yeah, that's kind of where I've been doing. But yeah, like I said, I like Tesla. But like I said, I worked there, so I could see what's going on, you know, which is kind of like probably not a good thing to be saying, but I don't trade it like that. I don't trade Tesla. I don't do nothing. So I'm not doing anything illegal, because like I said, it's no kind of, I don't have any extra information. I just show up to work, I go home, and that's it. But it's just like I said, obviously if they were telling me, hey man, we're gonna probably lay you off, we don't have enough work for you, that would indicate to me that obviously, you know, we're not doing good. But damn, these people are just hiring people all day, every day. Do you analyze gold on closing day? I don't really analyze gold on that. To be honest, I'm not even sure like what would, like, if I were to analyze it on let's say on closing day. What do you mean by like analyzing it on closing day? I'm just wondering. Like, would I try to, you know, find another trade right now, or what do you mean? Because this is closing day, right? Friday 13. So like Friday 13, Thursday 13. Like, I'll do this. Boom, boom, boom. The last 3 days. So look, this is the start of Thursday. This is the start. This is the end. Weekly trend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't really. The weekly trend, as you could kind of see from just this alone, this was like a bottom of that area, you could say. And we definitely did close underneath it. Or even, let's say this, maybe there to that, that to that, and then maybe something like that. So honestly, I don't really like, that's actually probably a good thing I need to look at, is finding the weekly trend and stuff. But like I said, it's just, this is kind of what I see right here, coming up, then we came down, we went up, and then we came down. So let's see. We have a lower low, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low. So most likely what would happen on a lower low is you buy here to ride up to maybe somewhere up here. But yeah, the weekly trend, it's looking like that's kind of the idea. I think I would have something like that. I don't know, maybe like, because I know when they say you look at charts too much and do too much, you kind of get analysis paralysis, which is, I guess they kind of call it, like, it's pretty much, it's just pretty much taking too much time on the charts, and then you kind of just can't see nothing. You know, it's like you're just kind of like you've overworked yourself into analysis paralysis, which is just like you're just not able to see nothing the same way because you've kind of been on it so much. It's a weird thing. I'm not saying I have it right now, but it's just I've been on the chart so much this week. I don't even know if I'm right. And that's probably a good sign. Is once you start feeling less confident, you just maybe need to take a little step away. But even like I said, I don't know if that could be a range or if this could be a range, because technically this would be a range and then this would be a range. So let's see the daily. Kind of could go up here. Yeah, that's more like it. Something like that. Hey, you guys want to do some fib circles? You guys remember when I was telling you about the fib circles? Let's see what we got on here. Oh, bro, I used to do this fib channel. Let me show you guys this. I kind of forgot how to do it, but let's see. It's when we do a break of structure, I think. So it'll be this guy to this guy, I think. Look, bro, I used to use this thing called fib time zone. I forgot how to use it, but forgot how to use it, bro. But let me just tell you, when I was using this fib channel, no joke, I'm being dead honest with you. There was a way that I figured out how to use this fib channel or this fib time zone. Like, it would literally tell you what's gonna happen, like what date. It was just crazy. Say maybe here, I could say here, and then alright, that's a little too far. Let's say oh, this might be it, bruh. Look. Alright, so what I would do with this fib time zone is I would find an area that we would like break. So I believe it was something like that. I still got it, but like it was something like this. Like let's say this area is we came down and then we broke it back up. So since we broke that area, this I don't use this no more, but it just was fun when I would use it because it was crazy accurate. Sometimes I was able to predict the exact day Bitcoin was going to do something. Or let's say, okay, look, this is how I was able to read it. For some reason, you see how this first one is green? If this first one is green, then that means the first line was going to be above. Like, you see how we started here? Look at this one ended above it. So we went above it. It's the same thing. So if we start green, we finish higher than what we started. If we start red, we finish lower than where we started. So look, we started here, we finished here. We started here, we finished here, which is a little bit above it. Same thing. Green here, we finished above it. But look at what happened when we hit red. We hit red, it comes down. And then look, same thing with red again. We hit red, but we're technically almost parallel to where we're kind of at. We're like right at this thing. So what this tells me is that this candle is going to be Monday. No matter what it does on Monday, it's going to go up. But for some reason, every time this candle closes on the blue, what that indicates is that it's going to be lower. Because look, this one is red. Look at where it closed at. Lower. This one's green. It closes above it. So that's what I'm saying is, look, this one is red. So this is why when I was using this back then, oh, this is my song, turn it up. how Wix has his song, this is my song. Looks like Bitcoin is neither bullish nor bearish. Looks like Freezy. Who's Freezy? Who's Yee? Who's Yee? Who's that dude they call Yee? What do you mean Freezy? I have a friend named Freezy. How do you know that? But yeah, this is what I was saying about the so look, when this happens red and it would go up, at this point you would be able to say, no matter what, we're gonna at least come back down to where we started at, because it's red. There's no way it's gonna close above. So if this fib channel was correct, most of the time, anytime it were to pump up, I already knew it was eventually going to come down by this date, which is August 29th, and that's on Tuesday. And if you kind of know, Tuesday is the day we open back up, so that's going to be perfect. Yes. What do you mean, yes? Yee? Who is it? That sounds like somebody I know. Who's Yee? I really like this song. I don't know why I like this song so much. It's like the perfect sound. I need to find the name of it. I don't know how to find the name though. Oh, I wish I had to Shazam. I could probably Shazam it. Follow my Spotify playlist. Oh, my song. My song. Last week it was bearish, but how do you see it today? Hold on, my mouse is acting up. Maybe that was why I just wiped off the bottom. Need to get that little crust out of there. I don't know what he means. Last week, yeah, it looked. So look, I'm just going off of this. Oh, this is on. That's on. This ain't Bitcoin. This is gold. What the heck? I'm on gold. I did it on gold. All right, yeah, I'll leave it for now. Who here? All right, so look, this is what I see with Bitcoin, right? All right. So look, we have a level 1. This, I guess you could say this was like a level. This was level 2. So in order for us to continue down, we're gonna have to break this level. So if we break this bottom area, yeah, we're gonna be coming down. Even maybe this area will be coming down. But that's what I'm saying is that one thing is you don't wanna guess what we are or where we're going. You kind of just gonna have to wait for price action. And this is what I mean is that, so since we're at a level 1 right here, if we were to break up, there's a good chance that we could get rejected here. So even though this could be considered bullish, at one point we could always come back in here. So it's not so much about, like, you know, bullish or bearish, because you could kind of tell being bullish or bearish off the daily. Because, you know, if you have the daily, you could tell, because look at the previous candle. This is how I find my bearish and bullish bias, is I look at the previous day's candle. So this is previously day. This is the previous day right here, this red one. So what happened on this red one? If you were to move your support right here, it closed exactly on support. So if it closes exactly on support, what does that indicate? That indicates that this level is strong enough to hold our butts. So if we're able to hold it, even though we're bearish, if we were more bearish, it would have closed underneath the line, something like this possibly, where it would have been sticking underneath it, because then that would have indicated that this level wasn't strong enough to hold us. So even though it still says bearish, at any point this candle could come down to grab liquidity before continuing back up. So you could always say this is, oh, we're bearish, but then how would you know when we're going to turn around? You wouldn't. So it's like you're pretty much just going to wait for either this level to get broken and get closures underneath it to confirm it. So next time we do come up, most likely we're going to come down because we're underneath that range. So if we're not underneath this range yet, there's a good chance that no matter what this candle does, it's going to probably end up closing back up here. If not, it's going to need to grab liquidity at least from this area, because look at the last time we went up to this area, we came back down as low as where this is at. So like I said, in order for us to make it back down to this area, we're going to have to come back up first to here to continue down. So that's why I say it's like you kind of go off of price action. You never guess, you never say I think, you never say maybe, you never say this could happen, or I mean you could probably say could, because you rather try to predict every possibility. So what I would, this is how I would say it. I wouldn't say either it's going to be bearish or bullish. I would say I'm either going to wait for a closure below or a wick below to come back up. So I pretty much created two scenarios in my head that if they start to play out that way, I'm already prepared for the trade. The problem with a lot of people is that they're not preparing. It's all I think it's going to go up here, so I'm going to take my trade. I think it's going to go right here, so I'm going to take my trade, instead of waiting for a closure or a wick down before taking that trade. So that's why I say it's important to also understand where you are in the market, because look at on the daily, we're right here at support. But let's say we switch it to the 4 hour. Look at what happened under that line. That 4 hour danced around underneath that line so much. But this is all fake outs in a sense, to where this would have all triggered a bunch of people thinking, oh, we're going down, exactly like I had said. If it closes underneath, we're going to go down, right? But the thing is it did close a little bit, but it grabbed liquidity to come back up. Look, every time we touched here, we came back up. Anytime we touched here, came back up. 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 So these are all levels of liquidity that's getting touched in order for us to continue down. So if you're not familiar with liquidity, that's definitely a thing you want to look into, find out what liquidity is and stuff like that. But like I'm saying is that you could pretty much tell, this is everywhere we're getting rejected and stuff. So if we're getting rejected in all of these areas, it's really going to take, look at all the wicks. All the wicks are pretty much all inside of this box right here. At this point, all the wicks are in the box. So in order to really go lower, we're really going to have to break all of this whole box. Because the thing is all of this is if you see it, it's like it's a watering hole. It's all water right here. These are all the animals. Look, this is the patch of land that they have to make it to. But the animals knew they couldn't just go across this way, because in order to go across this way, they would probably die because they needed water before making it there. It's either die on the way there or take the long way, grab some water, get hydrated, and then make it back up there. So like I say, in order to make it back into this area, what these animals had to do was go rehydrate, get some power to come back up. That's kind of how I see it. It's just ways I can explain it so you understand. So the reason why we come down is to grab liquidity. And the fact that we're not breaking this area, what that usually signifies is look at the last time. Look at this last time. Let's see. Let's see. I want that box. What the heck is that box? Well, anyways, look, I'll just use this. Oh, excuse me. All right, so look at the last time we consolidated. It went sideways, right? All sideways. And then what happened? A big move happened. I mean, you could even say that right here. Look at what happened. Big move. This is not too big, but it moved, you know? So what this usually signifies, sideways movement, especially for this long. Look at how long this has been doing it for. This thing right here is all consolidation. That's a level 1. This is a level 2. Look, 1 broke down to level 2, and what happens after level 2? That's the move. I mean, this one is not as big, but it's definitely accumulating, you know? So what I'm thinking it's gonna do is for the next 2 days is just gonna accumulate a little bit, and then that's when the next move is gonna happen. But in order for us to move down further, is we're gonna have to come up here to grab liquidity before moving down. So that's why it's also important. You can't just have a bias on like, oh, today we're bearish, or today we're bearish, we're only taking sells. No, because there definitely could be a nice move going up before we come down. So the thing is you could either take the trade here or take the trade depending on which way. But then again, like I said, is that you never know where the markets are going to be going. So let's just say we move up and you're like, oh, we're going to take a trade back down, but then it continues up. So it's like I said, you can't also guess, all right, once it does this, is that. You're going to have to wait for either closures or price action to give you that hint. You need a hint, or you need some kind of something to help you do that. Announcements. Wix is live. Wix did a live, or he did a video. Let's watch it, guys.
I think there's some truth to all strategies. I mean, at some point, somebody...
When Wix talks, we listen. When Don talks, we listen.
made it I think there's some truth to all strategies. I mean, at some point, somebody made it a strategy and gave it a name and decided to teach somebody else because it was profitable to them, right? And unfortunately, that somebody that they taught it to, or a group of people they taught it to, misinterpreted it, but because they learned from the man, they were like, well, you know what? I can teach this as well. And then they started teaching a bunch of people, and then people are having a hard time because the person that actually was profitable with it, it was their own shit, and the people that they taught it to probably did not apply it in the same way.
That's a good point. That's why it's also important to, that's probably why it's important to just, even though we all watch Don, we all trade like Don, the main thing would probably be that even though we trade like him, we don't take the same trade. I mean, we can, but also understand the reason why you're getting into the trade. You're getting into that trade because of that, because you understand why you're getting into it, you know? So that's why I think that's important too. Next, it will consolidate bullish. Yes. That's where, like I said, look at this, is kind of looking like a level 2. So look, this is a level. Hey, Yini, I'm not sure if you're familiar with if you're familiar with Don Vo and Wix 9, correct? Or if you're not familiar. But anyways, the way they trade is that they came up with this idea about level 1 and level 2. This is level 1. This is level 2. The reason why it's level 2 is because we're coming from the bottom. We're coming from down. So down 1, down 2. The break of here would be the signal that we're going to continue down. Even though it did break, but like I said, it just depends on what that candle was signifying at the time. You know, you could be like, oh, it broke down still. Why didn't it go down? Technically, it did. Like, if you broke down right here, it still went down here before coming back up. But if you were to put a line right here and say, why did it bounce right there? Look, let me just take a wild guess. The dotted line. Look, exactly. Okay, look, this is why. This is how you find liquidity also. You see how we pumped up right here? This is where we, after touching this bottom line, look at what happened. What happened after it? All of this, right? We went up. So just by scrolling to the left with the, I haven't even looked left. I wouldn't even know. But like I said, I put a line there. Look at what happens when I go left. Same thing, right? On the dotted line. Look at what happened, the dotted line. Dotted line. Look at what happened. Boom. Look at what happened. It went up. So that's why I say it's important. You have to find previous areas, you know. That's why also, like I said, if you were trading this area, this would be an area you would probably be looking for. Like, okay, look, this is how I found that area also. You would think what you want to do also is look at where we took these big moves at. Why is this move important and why wasn't it right here? So that's why I say it's like the idea about finding liquidity is to, in order for us to move up like this, we had to grab liquidity. So that's why, like I said, even if you see this red candle didn't touch that white line. It barely almost did, but it's right there. But what that signals is also why we didn't move up. Look at it. This is all we were able to do, only coming as low as here. But the difference was once we touched this line, look at what happened. Once we, look, same thing. We didn't touch this line, look at what happened. Boom, boom. We touched here, it went up. So that's why I say it's so much, not so much about bullish or bearish. You know, you kind of want to wait for things to happen. Where are we grabbing liquidity? Because like I said, a lot of people got faked out right here. You could imagine how many people lost thinking, oh, we're going down. But look, you go to the 1 hour now, look at what's forming. It looks like some motion going on. I mean, if you really break it down, you could probably see, or look, if you guys aren't familiar with the 3-piece, look at what I just seen right here at this area of where we broke down at. Look, we have a high, we have a low, we have a medium inside of it. So it's an inside bar, right? But like I said, what do we need for it to happen in order for it to continue down or continue up? If we were going to continue down, this top wick would have broken both of these dots before coming down to continue down. But since it didn't break it, it only went this high and it came down. What did that tell me? That told me that most likely we're going to come back up because we need to grab liquidity. Because if we had enough liquidity to begin with, we would have went up on this third candle and then came back down. But even though, like I said, it still came back down quite some ways, but that's the problem though, is that you won't know that's going to happen. You know, it's like, I mean, like I said, you could have also taken a salary play right here perfectly too, because that's maybe also a signal right here. Because look, we broke underneath the line, then the next candle respected that line, and then what happened? We wicked up and came back down. So like I said, it's definitely could have been another trade if you guys were able to point that out, which is also a salary play, like right here at the top right. As you can see, the top right is a salary play. So if you see that, that's exactly what these 3 candles are forming. That formed that salary play. So that kind of signaled that. But like I said, that's why it ended up turning back around, because this is where you would have wanted to be having your profits possibly. You would have been trying to get out of it. And yeah, and if you guys aren't familiar, let me show you. Let me see. Yeah, so two. Look at just to see if this is right or not. What this is telling me is that on Tuesday, look, the low of this candle or the close is 1913,680. So let me just put this at the very bottom. 1936.80. 1936.80. 1936.80. So what I'm kind of thinking is that no matter what happens on Monday, most likely we're gonna close underneath this 1930 or 1913 890. Yeah, 890. So we'll be closing underneath 1910 890 on gold. Currently right now we're at 1914. So what I'm saying is if this little thing is correct, like I used to read it, what will happen is that most likely this one will close underneath it. I said, so no matter what happens on Monday, I'm thinking no matter what, it's going to probably close under this 1913 area. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But that's just how I read. That's how I used to read that little fib chart. Like I said, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Remind me if it happens or not tomorrow on Monday. Oh yeah, but let me show you guys this. Look, Donvo. I don't know if you Donvo clips. Oh, I just got another subscriber. 26, baby. Let's go. We're building little by little, growing slowly and steady, slow and steady. So look, I run this page right here. It's called Donvo Clips. If you guys could see his I love that pic of it. I love that pic because it's like a when you play FIFA, you know, you get to look at your player's card and stuff and how good they are. You know what's funny, guys? You guys might be the first people I tell this to, but what I want to do is I do want to make like trading cards, but for traders. Like let's say I'll have Donvo trading card, 99 overall. What if we use Fibonacci? Yeah, we could use Fibonacci. But the thing is I technically, the way we trade is we don't trade with Fibonacci. So I mean, I like I said, I used to use all kinds of things, bro. I used to use this too, fib circles. Watch this. Look at this, guys. I used to do this. Right here. Fib circles. And then I also used to do, oh, let me show you this one. Fib channel. This one, I'm not even gonna lie. It was working. It did work. Fib channel. This, I forgot how he did it. He did something like that. Look, he would do something like this. Fib channels. Bro, I'm not saying these don't work because, man, he does kind of kill it. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, so that might not be the right. It might be this way. It might be this way. No, that's not right. It's been so long how I used to do this, bro. I've kind of forgot. But this stuff was cool. Like I said, I'm not even lying, bro. There was some, I was able to predict some things that I don't even know how. It was something like this. I forget. But anyways, when you would use, it's like, well, let me show you how he does it. I like the way he does it. But yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed yet to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. I just uploaded his yesterday analysis for it got no views yet. His breakdown analysis where he hit that massive runner. So if you guys want to see how he broke down his analysis, definitely check this out. Yeah, and there's a lot of good videos on here, a lot of good playlists. Yes, please explain the buy and sell tool, position tool. Please explain the buy and sell tool, position tool. I've that one particularly, I'm not too familiar with that one. Let's see, which tool is that? Which tool would that be? Position tool. I haven't used that one before. Position tool. But plan your trades with long short position tools. Oh, I see lot size. Oh, is it like a lot size calculator? What does that mean? What really execute the trade? Okay, so yeah, this, I mean, is it kind of like this video that's playing right now? Calculate. Oh, I see. I see. So is it pretty much like a lot size calculator? That is it. You got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Um, like I said, look at this is how he's doing it. If you I've never used it personally, but we could definitely find some videos on how to use it. Short position explained. Hey, why isn't my volume working on here? Did I mute it? Let's see. Oh man, wrong one. Bro, why isn't there no sound? That is weird. Oh, that's why. Okay. Oop, I don't want to do that. YouTube. Let's see. Lot. Position tool. That was why, because I had it on mute. Let me find some videos right here. This guy sounded, I mean, he seemed like he was doing right.
This is the easiest and quickest way to calculate your lot or position size in TradingView. Step 1. Mark up your trade idea using long or short position tool in TradingView. Step 2. Double-click the position tool. Set your account balance and set your risk percentage. Step 3. Click Calculate to see your lot or position size. That's it. So easy. It will never be easier than this.
Hold on, let me find a...
This video is all about the
Sorry about that, guys.
long and short position tools. Now, at the corner of this video is a simple philosophy of planning your
Let's get to the good part.
79, this red line on the volume profile. If it enters this region with this volume,
I don't know, not that one. Let me see with this guy.
You need to know this if you want to be a successful day trader. So many people don't understand a short position, so I'm going to explain it with an analogy. Most people, when they think about day trading, is buying low and selling high. You got something at a lower price and you sold it for more, giving you your profit. But you can also sell something high that you don't own yet and buy it back at a lower price, meaning that you could borrow these shares at this price. So essentially you're getting a loan at a higher price.
Why do we have to use this while we can buy and sell without it instantly? What I'm thinking this tool is it's more of like a calculator. It's more or less to, because the thing is like, let's say we're taking a short trade, or taking a short trade or whatever we take. Unless you're actually like, I think what that tool is mainly for is for people that are real strict on RR, which means risk to reward. You know, like people, it's like I'll bet $1 so I could win $3. You don't want to bet $50 just to win $1. Hey, what's up, Ismet? How you doing, bro? We're just kind of going over a few things. Just kind of like any questions you have, I'll try to help you out whatever you can. You know, we're looking at Bitcoin right now. We also look at gold, so it just depends on what day it is and what we're doing. But yeah, that's kind of what we're just doing right now. And make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed, and make sure you like the video so we could keep it circulating and stuff like that. But yeah, Ismail, if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, back to you, Yini. Like I said, it's, you can calculate it on yourself, which is like what the guy I watched, Don Vo, he calculates it maybe like on a previous resistance here. But the thing is let's say his profit is only, you know, this much. That's not a real good risk to reward, because of the fact that you're risking all of this just to make this little bit. So a lot of people, what they do is they don't like that risk to reward. So what I think the calculator will do, yeah, like right here, account size will be, let's say I'm using $1,000. What you want to risk is, let's say I only want to risk 5% of that $1,000, and then you put, so, and then like I said, I think that's what it will do. It will like calculate, you know, your risk to reward and stuff like that. So, but like I said, it just depends on, like, people like to make sure they risk only, you know, certain amounts every trade. The guy I watched, Don Vo, he doesn't have a particular like 1 to 5 or 1 to 3 or anything like that. He kind of just does what the market gives him. And because, like I said, if you were taking a short at this point, a resistance is this area, so that's why I might have my stop loss around this area, because if we were to come up to here and break this area, most likely we're going to continue up, whereas in this area we could also possibly get rejected to continue down. So that's why I say it's like, I might just think it's more of just a like a RR tool type of thing, where it's just to find, you know, your risk to reward. But yeah, we're just kind of going over watching videos and stuff. But one thing too that I think what's important is candle reading. So the thing is yeah, we could do this or we could do that. You know, you could learn all these fib channels, but I honestly believe the most important thing is candle reading and trading. And this is one thing also, guys, is that don't forget, YouTube is, I believe, if it hasn't passed up Google in searches, it's number 2, meaning anytime somebody has a question, they go to YouTube because there's always a video for it. So this is how I was able to learn a lot of the stuff, is that, I mean, you guys can ask me questions. I like asking the person, I like it coming from the horse's mouth, for the reason that it gives me more confidence. I understand that. So that's why I say you guys can ask me whatever you guys want. But let's say I'm not available, YouTube is always a great tool to learn whatever question you have. There will be a video on it. That's what is crazy about this. You type in anything into YouTube, you will find a video explaining it and stuff. So that's kind of what I say too. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to look at YouTube. You might have to watch 5 videos. I understand how it gets sometimes. When I was looking for how to read candles, you can't, and you also can't trust everybody. Just listen to the way they talk, see if they're genuine people, and just try to listen with an open ear. Just try to accumulate as much information from as many people as you can, because you get a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy, you could kind of pinpoint what's right, and then you can also pinpoint who's just talking You know, there's a lot of guys on here. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing, but they also sell a good product. You know, I mean, it's not a good product, but they're good at selling a product. So that's one thing too is Google, Google or YouTube is the best for learning all that stuff. Like I said, and also whatever type of strategy you guys like to trade with. That's one thing too. You guys have to remember, don't jump strategies. You guys have to figure out one strategy and stick with it. Don't give up on it. Because if you guys give up on it, then you guys are always gonna be in that position. Because like I said, this is how I started trading. Like I said, I'll show you guys again. How I started trading was so crazy. It's not like it's look, I was trading all kind of different ways, bro. A year and a half ago, falling wedge, breaking, waiting for retest before pump. So, like I said, I used to trade crazy.
Hey, what's up?
Look at
Another H-bar video. So currently, right now, I'm on the Hedera hash graph 4-hour time frame.
Look at how many lines I got.
So in today's video, we're just gonna go over a few different charts, just see a few different key points, and give a few price targets also.
It's crazy how I used to do this. Yeah, look. Okay, that's a fib channel. I had moving averages, falling wedges, what are these called? Flags or something? I don't know. I forget. But yeah, bro. I just look at. I mean, and look. This was one of the fib channels that I. Okay, so you probably want to go from the top. That's how I was doing it. You see these lines?
We are staying above this.
Look at the way the lines. It would like. It's pretty much like a fib channel, but you get, like I said, it would follow the lines, and then look at this resistance, and then it would fall to support. It would break that one, it would fall next to support. So if it were to go down again, my next idea would be somewhere here. If it were to go to up, it would be right here. And that's what I'm saying. I was just buying and selling. So, when I would see a line possibly here, I would buy to go up here, sell. Buy from here, sell it here, or something. It just depended, but like I said, if you also notice, these moving averages crossed up here, so that's why when you start to move down, you kind of knew which way you would be going. But yeah, that's like I said, this was a strategy. Had I stayed on this strategy, I'm sure I could have figured out how to be profitable. But the thing is nobody was teaching me how to do none of this. This is all on my own. So I don't even know if I was doing it right because there was nobody to ever confirm it. I mean, like I said, I was able to find pricings, but now I feel more confident because I'm watching price action. A lot of people don't use price action because of that. So like I said, look at how I trade then to how I trade now. This was 5 days ago. Look, just something. Look at 4 line 1, 2, 3, 4. Like simple. I'm not doing nothing crazy no more. Like, it's super simple. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need all those lines because the thing is you have to understand how to read candles anyways. Even with all of those lines I was using, I didn't know how to read candles. So I never knew top wicks, bottom wicks, inside candles, closures, all those stuff. So it's just like, it was just kind of guessing in a sense. I mean, I wasn't as good as I am now, but this is where I'm saying is the better I got, the less and less I started using. I would use 10 different tools. Now I only use the lines and stuff, and I don't even use diagonal lines or anything. I just use the regular lines. But that's where I say is you'll notice most of the good traders, and this is also how to find, there's a video Don Vo explains how to find support and resistance, so if you need to find support and resist, this is who I learned from. So if you can see, he doesn't use a lot of lines. It's just one giant line kind of a thing. But yeah, I'll probably need to watch that again because I need to figure out some lines and stuff. One thing, I don't have problems doing lines because I do lines pretty good sometimes, but there is times where I'm like, should it go here? Should it go here? Should it go here? Should it go here? I don't really have like a confirmation kind of telling me yet what, what's what. I mean, it could even be there. Because one way I also found out how to find a zone is like this. Okay. So look. So let's just say this right here. Okay, we're coming down, right? Once we hit this green, that lets us know we have support. So what happens? We go green and green, and then the next time we hit red, this would be the zone, right? So this right here from the bottom to the top is the zone, because we come down, find support, and then we came up to find resistance. So it's pretty much, like I said, there's an L right here, and then there's an L right here, kind of like that. So you can see the red green, green red. So that's those two color combination of candles. Sick. This is why I kind of got the idea of the 3-piece, was the fact, like I said, it's all candle patterns. There's a I don't know how many exactly, but there's a million different types of candles. Every single one of these candles next to each other are all different, even if they're the same color, because they had to touch a different area in order to even become this candle. So in order for this green candle to become this big green candle the way it is, it had to come all the way down to touch this bottom wick to create that candle. So this is also why this candle looks different. Why? Because it didn't touch the same areas as the one before, but it's also now different because it touched this area compared to touching this area. So that's why I say it's all just human behavior. If you guys can understand that, it'll help with trading a lot, because this is all humans. Understand, this is not computers that are doing this. This is all other people either getting into a trade or getting out of a trade. So what we have to do is understand that we need to that it's all just human behavior. So if it's human behavior, like I said, that's why we're able to find things that repeat. Things that repeat is because it's over and over. Why every time we hit this line we go up? Because there's enough people out there that once we get to this price, they're either waiting to buy at that point, or they get FOMO and they're like, oh, we gotta go now. So that's why I say it's human behavior. This is all human behavior. So once you're able to understand certain type of candles and why they do this, why they do that, then you're able to understand like more price action. That, like I said, that's why you always excuse me, I yawned. That's why you always go to previous times. Why do I check going left? I look left because that's the previous time that humans were acting like that. They were all acting a certain way in order for it to go up this way. They're all acting a certain way for it to do that. So that's why I say it's like, it's all just human behavior. These are all just repeat patterns. They're not, it's not like some crazy person, making it all happen or something, but it's just like I said, it just depends. I think trading algorithms made on human behaviors. Yeah, that's true. But I think that too. But that's why I say is like, the thing is about indicators though. Like when you use, let's say you can use a fib retracement. I'm sure a fib retracement will work perfectly. It does give important areas, like a golden pocket zone, whatever they call it here or whatever. There's a reason why it's that area, because in order for us to hit that golden pocket, we have to retrace a certain amount of percentage. Everything's about a percentage. That's why I've been able to figure out on gold, it usually just moves 10 pips before it makes a decision. So that's why I'm saying every time it makes a 10 pip move. So it's just pretty much human behavior. Every single time that thing creates it, there's enough people out there that get tricked or whatever, into doing that movement. So yeah, all of this is human behavior. So like I said, try to understand it that way, so that way you know what happened the last time we touched this bottom. So you put a line right there, and then you go left. Look at every single time that we touched that line. Look at what happened when we touched that line. This green one came down perfectly. What happened? We went up. And what do you think happened last time we did that? We went up. So that's what I'm saying. It's not that hard, fellas. We can do it. We can do it. But you guys, I think a lot of people's problem is that they overthink things. The main issue is that they're overthinking it. You know, they're thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Just relax, take a step back, try to make it, simplify it. Use less lines. If you're using 20 lines, 20 indicators, how do I only use one? How do I only use one line? How do I only use one indicator? And then once you get down to one indicator, what happens every single time that, you know, it touches this line? What happens when we touch this line or whatever? So that's why I say it's important that you need to just simplify it. That's all. But yeah, my jaw is starting to hurt now because I think I'm talking too much. Because of my wisdom teeth, because I got them pulled out. They're still sore. I got them pulled out on Tuesday. So Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday. It's about 4 days so far. So I've only been 4 days. They say it takes about 7 days or so to heal up. But one thing with me was, it's been kind of hard for me to eat lately. Not too hard. I can eat, but it's like you can't use your back teeth, obviously, because you got them pulled and there's holes back there. So you kind of have to just eat super slowly and swallow it a lot of the times. You have to eat soft food. You don't mashed potatoes, pudding, all these type of things. But that's why I say it's like these last few days I've just been trying to take it easy. Like I said, because the thing is too is that they say it could get infected, or you get food stuck in there and you don't get it out. It's all kinds of different problems could happen, and I just don't want to have to deal with that, so that's kind of why I'm like, I need to take it easy, be careful. Just the least amount of times I eat, the better. I don't want to, because I usually try to eat 2 to 3 times a day, but with my wisdom teeth, I've only been eating 1 time a day and just drinking fruit juice, and I've been blending up fruits and stuff. But like I said, it's not enough. Like I need to get back to eating, because I'm losing weight, bro. I don't like the way this is making me look. I'm getting skinny, because I'm already a skinny person. I don't have much body fat on me anyways. I move around a lot, I work a lot, I do a lot of stuff. I'm always wasting energy somehow, either mentally, physically, or whatever. But like I said, that's why too I've been so conscious about not trying to get sick, because every time I get sick, the little bit of weight that I put on, I lose it. And it's not that I'm sick now, but like I said, just not being able to eat the same way I normally can, it's really affecting my weight a little bit. I could tell already I'm losing a little bit of pounds. But like I said, it's already been 4 days, so they say around 3 to 4 days you can start eating again. Yesterday I started eating some more soup and stuff, but today hopefully I can eat a little bit more, just like Angela Jolie nowadays. Yeah. Me too, skinny. I know, bro. I feel you, Fawn. That's how it is for us, man. That's why I could already tell, man. The fact that you got a garden shows me that you're not lazy, because in order for a garden to survive, you have to show up every day. You have to water it every day. You have to do this every day. It's always something. So the fact that you have to go out there every single day to water, that means you're not lazy. You have to get up off your butt. You have to go and do it. You have to do it, and nobody's going to tell you to do it. You have to do it under your own will. And that's where I say, bro, it's like nowadays, yeah, that is funny though, bro. But that's how it is. It's like, because I've been working out a lot lately too. That's one thing too. I've been trying to get a little bit of muscle. I'm trying to better myself overall. I'm trying to eat a little better. I'm trying to take care of my health. I'm trying to get stronger, you know, and for the last 6 months I've been working out, doing push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and things like that. All body weight workouts, no weights and stuff, but I probably need to soon. But what I was trying to do was I was trying to you know, gain some muscle. But this last week, man, it feels like I'm already digging back into all my profits of muscle that I got, you know, all the little bit of extra gains that I've been doing. This week of not being able to eat just seems like, dang, a lot of all these hard work and months that I've been doing it every single day is kind of just going away. But like I said, I had to get my teeth pulled. I had no other choice. They say they were already looking bad, so you know, I had to do what I had to do. And it's all right, because like I said, I can try again. One thing is about life, fellas, is as long as you have another opportunity to try, that's all that matters. You can lose today, okay, we lost, whatever, but by the graces of, you know, whoever we believe in and stuff, we're able to have another day. If we could have another day, at least we get another chance. If you were to wake up tomorrow, I heard this saying, if I were to give you $1,000,000, would you take it? A lot of people say yes. But then I tell them, all right, same question. If I were to give you $1,000,000, but you don't wake up tomorrow, would you still take it? And everybody usually says no. So what they're pretty much saying is that just waking up is worth more than $1,000,000. So when you put it into that perspective, every morning that we get another chance is like $1,000,000. So don't ever think, you know, oh man, we don't do this, we don't do that. But remember, as long as you wake up, you have another chance. And some people don't get that chance. And that's where a lot of people, you know, they get ungrateful and you know, and thinking the world owes them anything, but it's not, you know, it's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, that's just kind of what I had to say. But like I said, that's why I say I could be mad, oh man, I wish I didn't get my wisdom teeth, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, because it's making me skinny again. Or I could be like, all right, now we took care of my teeth, that's an important thing to take care of. Now let's get to the next part. The next part will be recovery. All right, now I know I can't eat that much, okay, accept it. But wait till Tuesday next week when it's been about 7 days and I'm able to really eat back to normal again. Oh man, I'm gonna be so grateful I'm able to eat. I'm gonna be pigging out. I'm gonna be buying 2 lunches at work. You know, I'm gonna be doing things like that. I'm just gonna be grateful that I'm able to gain this weight again. And that's the thing, is I've been able to figure out about myself. I could gain weight, I could lose weight at my own discretion. However I want to look, I can do that, because everything is about either eating too much or not eating enough. So it's just that simple. It's pretty simple, you know. So if I want to gain weight, what do I have to do? Start eating more, you know. So, and that's exactly what I'm gonna start doing once I can start eating again. And I'll be grateful that I'm back, you know. And I don't mind, like I said, just a few days. I'm eating mashed potatoes and soups and things like that, but you know, it's not as fulfilling as a nice ribeye steak, or you know, a filet mignon, you know, all the other goodies and stuff. But yeah, let's see what DVS got going on in the Discord community. Whoa, there's a lot of questions in here. Hello, I want to ask, how does Pineapple work on funded accounts? I had 10K funded and risk 1.5 a day. I think best not to Pineapples on 10K, since there is drawdown. Wait till the account gets bigger, then you can go for Pineapple. But if you really want to go for Pineapple, break that 1.5 into 3 different lots with a gap of 40 pips to be safe. So per lot entry would be 0.5 lots. Second one would be in the range of 40 pips based on the wick or candle entry. Third range would be another 40 pips. Damn, that guy's smart. That's a good way to explain it. explanation on what pineapples are in forex. Yeah, it's saying, so I just counted that with your funded account, the safest trade with 55 drawdown is to risk only 0.71%. Yes, sir. Explanation on pineapples. Oh, no. Explanation on pineapples. Pineapples. I'm always trying to help out in the Discord. Anytime people have, oh, what's up, Hefe? Hello, sirs. How you doing? Hefe, how you doing? I'm just checking the Discord right now, looking at you know, people, they were explaining about like funded accounts and stuff. Just counted that with, so yeah, or is it pineapple? It's one of these. I know it's, there it is. Yeah, it's pineapple. It's not with the S. That's where I messed up. So yeah, let's see. New York. Nothing in there. Rank. Let me see what my rank is. You guys, have you guys checked your guys' rank in the Discord? I rank. Let me see. All right, let me show you guys. I am a rank 87 and I'm a level 18. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. So the highest level is 18. Now mine is 8. Oh, level 39. Holy moly. Sloth mob. No wonder he's a mod. That fool's a beast. Oh, dang. So he's the mod, obviously. Level 0. Okay, yeah, he's barely started. 10, 20. Oh, level 20. Look at, he's a mod. Level 14, nice. 17, nice. So yeah, and how you get your rank up is just by interacting with people on there and stuff, you know, just checking up, replying to messages, helping people out. That pretty much lets Don Vo know like how much you show up a day, you know, if you're showing up every day, you're in the streams every day, all of that stuff. So I mean, like I said, hopefully one day I could become like a 20 or something, and I could maybe, ooh, I have a role. It says my role is blueberry. Does that mean I'm like I'm a baby? I'm a baby still? Let me see, stoic. Oh no, he's in the paid signals, I think. That's why. So yeah, he's a celery general. That's why, maybe, cause he. Hey, that's funny. I didn't even realize I gained a blueberry. If you guys look it right here, look, when I click on my name, it shows roles, blueberry in general. Where this guy right here, he just became a celery the other day. I seen him in the message. He became a celery, but I don't know if you become a celery by how much you message or if you like become a member of the tier 1 or tier 2 for Dawn. Are you back testing any of this? Yeah, we're testing it out pretty much. Right now we're on Bitcoin because this is the only thing open that's moving right now, but pretty much just kind of finding the exact same stuff, you know, that we always find. And but yeah, just kind of hanging around, not doing too much, just trying to, you know, Because the thing is, the best way to find out, what's happening is to read price action. But the thing is we don't really have too much movement. As you can see, everything is just moving, just a little slightly sideways right now. So we're not really getting too much action to be able to read. But yeah, I was kind of back testing a little while ago, figuring out, what we're going to be doing and stuff like that. But yeah, so you have any questions or anything, Jefe? Or have you been back testing anything else on your own by chance? So like I said, I'm only on Bitcoin right now because of this is the only thing pretty much open right now. But even on Bitcoin on the weekends is dead. Not many people are trading it. So it's mostly just hanging around. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I find the same things, the same type of three pieces. Like the same thing right here is a possible one right here and here, but it didn't break or come down. So but it still came down. But like I said, it's just a good way of identifying it. But look, as you guys can see, if you guys remember, this is also another one I could be working on. There's a top wick, a bottom wick, there's the inside, but then this one doesn't break it, right? So that technically the entry would either be the bottom wick of that one or the bottom wick of that one, and then you just write it down. But yeah, so it just depends. And like I said, Jefe, we're just kind of looking over, Discord, finding questions, and I don't know, just doing all kinds of different things. But, we're just kind of talking it out. That's kind of one of the main things too, is just being able to oh, sorry. Just got to talk it out is what I'm pretty much trying to say. Beginner questions. Okay, let's see. How could we know in the three piece if the candle breaks up or down first for direction entry? Okay. All right. So what I've been noticing, this is a thing, is that this is the cool thing about it, is what this is also something you need to be watching out for on your own when you're testing it. What I've noticed is that, okay, we'll have the top and bottom wick, right? The next one will be inside. What I've noticed is that this is also why you have to identify it in the moment. You have to identify it while this candle is moving up and down, up and down, up and down. And then once it closes, the next candle that opens, what happens is this is signaling the liquidity, correct? So you have to watch which side gets broken first. The thing is though, is like, let's say you get onto it too late. The candle is already broken up here. It already broken, you know, down here. So you're like, which way would I go? I'm already late, you know. But that's the problem, is that you have to make sure you're watching it in the moment. So what I figured out is, but like I said, this is something you have to test on your own also. When you start seeing a three-piece and you're watching it in person, you have to wait and watch that whichever side breaks first. If it starts to go down first, our entry will be down here to gain 10 pips going up. If it happens to go up first and break up first, then come down, then our entry would be at the top coming back down. So that's the cool thing about the three-piece that I've been noticing. But like I said, you also have to make sure you do it on your own. You have to test this stuff. Back test. You need 20 to 50 examples of 100%, so you know what you're doing is correct. And like I said, I have screenshots with 50, 25, 50 screenshots already. So it's like I said, you have to test yourself. You have to test it. So pretty much what I'm just trying to say though is that it's going to be whichever way breaks first. So like I said, the candle opens up. We go down, most likely the entry is going to be up. If we go up, the most likely the entry is going to be down. So, but this is why I'm saying also, I've seen it where it goes up almost to the top, comes down, and then goes up. So this is why I say you also don't want to get into the trade until we come back down. Because I've also got into a trade, let's say the entry would be at the bottom of here coming down, right? But what I did was, it went up and I took the entry already thinking, all right, I'm just going to try to get the best entry possible because it's going to come down. And then what do you know, it did come down and it just continued up. So that's where I learned the hard way with that one. So, but like I said, Jefe, one of the things that I've noticed is that it's whichever way it breaks first. Whichever way it breaks first is the opposite way you're going to go. So let's say, like I said, we're going up first, we're taking it down. We go down first, we're taking it up. So that's kind of what I came up with. But like I said, you definitely still want to test it. Don't think what I'm saying is the ultimate end goal of, we know now we never need to figure anything else out, you know. But this is where I say I'm teaching you this to hopefully lead you to something more after this. Because there's one thing that I heard about music. Let me see. I'm gonna look this lyric up. I need to show you guys this lyric. All right. Evidence. His name is Evidence. Walk in the Park. Lyrics. This was one of those things. Lost in Time. Yeah. Lost in Time. Okay. Look. Maybe the thing go wrong. It might say big wage stays. There's a purchase fine higher than a bird species. I got sins. I'm observing. Got early. I'm at night. Sleep is keep my heart burn. Keep me far from. Okay. Oh yeah. Look at this. Check this out, bro. This is what's crazy, right? This is what he says. He goes, okay. Higher up, just like bird perches, I got a keen sense, I'm observing. Got the worm, I'm up early. At night, I'm up turning. Sleepless keeps me far from where my dreams is. You understand that? He said by him not being able to go to sleep, keeps him away from his dreams, because you dream when you go to sleep. So that's a good way of putting it, but that's not the part I wanted to say. That was just a good way of thinking that. You have to think outside of the box. Like, understand, if you're sleepless, you're not going to get to your dreams because you're not dreaming, right? But look, this is the one I wanted to say. Define my action, all my features. I panning out, did it until I pulled cannon out. Okay, this is where it's at. Okay, this is what he says. That's a walk in the dark. I hit this weed when I walk in the park. That's a walk in the dark. I hit this weed when I walk in the park. And he says, I think of other shit that might have not crossed my mind. That leads to other shit, then I'm getting lost in time. So what this line means is that in order to think of something new, you have to hear something new. So I think of other shit that might have not crossed my mind, and that leads to other shit that I'm getting lost in time. So that's how I came up with the 3-piece though, is because Don Vo got me to the point to where I could learn something new. 6-8 months ago, I would have never been able to understand what a 3-piece is because I wouldn't have even known the information. So what I'm pretty much saying is that I got to the 3-piece because Don Vo led me right before it. You know, the 3-piece happened because Don Vo showed me everything, and then I was able to think of something new because he taught me something new. So that's what I'm saying is that I'm teaching you guys this 3-piece, but in hopes that it also opens up your mind so you guys could get to that next level of the next step. You know, maybe you guys create your own 3-piece, or maybe you might find a 2-piece or even a 4-piece. Who knows? A 5-piece. Who cares? It don't matter as long as it makes sense. And then you retest it over and over and over. So that's why I say it's like, this is why it's good to, like I said, you guys absorb this information so that way you guys can start from this information. The thing is, Don Vo he started me off at certain information, and then once I got to that point, now I'm able to find new information. So that's why I say, just like, that's why I like that song, just because of the what he said. Like, this was one of the lines that it made sense to me, was like I said, I think of other shit that might have not crossed my mind. That 3-piece never crossed my mind, but the only way I was able to think about it was because Don Vo explained everything else to me, you know? So that's one of those things that I really did like in this song. It stood out to me, and it's just like, it's hard, you know, it's hard to think of something new if you're always doing the same thing over and over and over, you know? So that's why I say it's like, yeah, we could be doing this or doing that, but it's just like I said, we need to, in order to think of something new, you have to listen to something new. So that's why I say too, is like, hopefully by me telling you guys what I'm doing could lead you guys to something new. And then, like I said, don't always think that, understand, trust in yourself, believe in yourself. This is also one thing I've learned, that the world doesn't owe you an understanding. Nobody owes you an understanding. Nobody cares about what we've been through. Nobody cares, maybe besides our parents and our really close ones. But even at the end of the day, their life is not stopping because of our problems or anything, you know? So just know that we have to figure it out on our own. Even though Don Vo is helping us, it's still going to be up to us to execute it. He could tell us the secrets, but if we don't even trade, we never show up to the streams, how are we going to put that information to use? You know, it's still going to require us to put that work in. So that's why I say it's just like, you have to keep trying. Don't give up. Trust yourself. Be your number one fan, because to be honest, I don't have nobody around me that motivates me, nobody that pushes me, nobody that says I'm proud of you, Nick. Nobody says, hey, I'm proud of you, how far you come, besides my parents, you know? And I'm grateful that they do, but even they don't tell me that, you know? It's just, I'm sure they feel it, but it's just an older generation. They just don't know how to express it the way I've expressed it. I've been through a lot in my life to be able to understand how to express things, you know, and I'm able to, I don't know, I guess I'm able to put things into ways that people can understand. Because a lot of, like, that's why I say is that I'm not the smartest person in the world. So if I'm able to explain how trading is, I understand that I could explain it in a way that is a lot easier for people to understand. Because in order for me to understand it, I had to think of something that, I had to think of a way So it made sense to me. And like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the world. So if it makes sense to me, then there's a good chance it'll make sense to a lot of other people who aren't as smart as me either, or or even smarter. They'll be easier to learn it. But that's where I say is just like if I learn something really hard, one thing I've been really good at is being able to dumb it down in a sense. Not because I need to dumb it down, but it's hard to learn with such big words, like I said, if you're day one into trading, you're not going to know about support and resistance. You're not going to know about all this and that. So it's just like I said, you have to be able to explain it into a way, almost a way that a kid could learn it. Because in the beginning of everybody's journey, you have to start off soft. You have to start off easy. Or you have to do something so they can understand it. But like I said, it just takes time. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of hours. Like I said, in one day, I streamed over 10 hours in one day looking at charts. That's probably why I feel so exhausted sometimes, because I'm dedicating my whole life to this, because I know I trust myself. The thing is how you gain confidence is by accomplishing things. This is one thing I also heard. They say that one of the most important things to do in the morning is to make your bed. Why? Is because it gives you a sense of accomplishment once you finish it, and then that gives you confidence throughout your day. So you wake up, you make your bed, you already feel accomplished because you've already completed your first task with no hesitation. Nobody had to tell you. You just did it because you're disciplined and you're working at it. So that's just what I say, is just don't give up. You have to. And one thing too, the way I feel at work, I feel like I'm undercover at work. I don't know why. It's just like a feeling I get, like I'm not supposed to be here. Not that it's a bad job or anything. It's just the fact that I see myself so much more. So let's say 5 years from now and I do make it in trading, all the people I met at work are gonna be surprised. Dang, Nick, you made it this far. I can't believe you did that. They're gonna be surprised, but I'm not gonna be surprised because I know where I'm going. I know where I'm gonna be heading. I know what I'm working towards. I know what type of work I'm putting in. So to me, it's just a matter of time. I know in 5 years from now, I just have to stay alive and keep doing what I'm doing every single day. And in 5 years from now, the picture that I see in my head is going to be complete. I'm going to be exactly where I want to be and doing what I want to do. But like I said, it's not going to happen by sitting on my butt. I have to show up every day. I have to come through to trade. I have to do all of this. It's going to be very important. So that's why I'm saying is like, and one thing too is like, even though where I was kind of going with the whole feeling like I'm undercover at work is like, it's because it's because I became a trader. I feel like a trader. If somebody were to ask me where I work, I would rather say I'm a trader. I don't want to say I work at Tesla, but like I said, I still work at Tesla, but in my head, I'm a trader. My body is a trader. I look at my charts all day long. I'm trading. I'm doing things trading. I'm a trader. Everything is trading. Your life has to become a trader. Like how I think about Don, and I don't mean it in like 24/7, but in a sense of when you look at Don Vo, you're not thinking, oh yeah, he works at a grocery store. He works here. He works there. No, you see Don Vo as a trader. You don't see him as nothing else. But that's exactly what showing up every day has became. He doesn't really say, hey y'all, you guys gotta see me as a trader. No, his actions prove that he's a trader. So what I'm just trying to say is you have to show up every day. I don't tell people I'm a trader, but when my friends see me on the charts all the time, they know I'm trading. So it's like that's who I became. It's just because everything that my life revolves around is kind of like trading in a sense now, where like when somebody sees me streaming, they know I'm trading. When somebody sees me looking at my phone, I'm probably trading. It's like I'm a trader. Oh, that's the guy that trades. So, and it's not because I'm going around. Hey, I trade. Hey, I trade. Hey, you, I trade. No, it's just because of my actions, me showing up every day. And like I said, I'm letting you guys know my inside of my life because it's still just, I'm letting you guys get to know who I am and stuff. But that's where I say is like eventually it's gonna come to a point where when I let you guys know, hey, God, I'm quitting my job and I'm become a full-time trader, all of these conversations are gonna make sense. You're gonna understand, like, yeah, he is a trader now. He's a full-time trader, and like I said, in my head, that's already real. I'm already like that. I'm already a real trader. But in the reality of my life, I'm not a full-time trader yet. So, like I said, it's not that it's gonna happen eventually, bro. I know it's gonna happen. I just have to keep working at it. Don't give up and, just keep going. But yeah, it should be good. Like I said, I just gotta keep going. Don't give up. Stay out of trouble. And like I said, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I'm trying to do all kinds of things of just not doing things that I don't need to be doing and just staying focused on the prize. I'm focused on the prize. I see the end goal. You guys have to envision the end goal. Have a goal in mind. Give yourself, like, the thing is, I know Don Vo always says not to have goals, but that is true. But what I would suggest is be disciplined in your goals. Whereas let's say you give yourself 6 months to learn how to trade and become a full-time trader. You need to spend those 6 months trying to make that happen. But let's say it doesn't happen in 6 months. That's okay. But the reason why it's okay is because you would be a lot further in your trading journey if you tried to make it happen in 6 months than if you didn't try to make it happen in 6 months. So if you don't have a goal in 6 months, you're just going to show up when you want to, and it's just going to prolong the process for who knows how many years. And then it's just never going to make sense because you're not really trying. So that's where I said, last December, I told myself, okay, I'm going to be a full-time trader. Nope, didn't happen. Okay, then I said again in April, okay, another 4 months. Okay, in 4 months, you're going to be a full-time trader. Nope, it didn't happen. But the thing is, even though it didn't happen, I'm still a lot further because I was trying to make it happen. So pretty much just what I'm saying is, like, don't think your goal, if you fail your goal, it's a failure. No, just understand you're a lot closer now that you tried to make it in 6 months than you were if you didn't try to make it in 6 months. So like I said, then give yourself another 6 months and see what happens. And like I said, if it doesn't happen in that 6 months again, then but you were trying, most likely you're gonna be a lot closer than if you didn't try. So like I said, my next goal is to be full-time trading by the end of this year. And the way I'm kind of looking and the way it's kind of looking for me lately, I think I could make it happen. So my next goal is by the end of this year. So if I could, hopefully, I'll still gonna be working this whole time. But like I said, I'm not gonna quit my job until I could probably match what I make at my job every month. So I don't make a lot, but like I said, I also don't want to make less. But like I said, even if I could get the YouTube going to where the YouTube is collecting a little bit of check, that'll also speed up the process. Because like I said, I want to be able to stream all day and do it, and then even maybe start like DVS, start putting somebody in position so they could trade with me in the mornings, and then maybe even the Asian session, and then we could move on to the London session. So I'm definitely going to try to build this community with you guys, and as long as you guys stick with me and don't give up, bro, we're going to be good traders. But like I said, we have to keep trying. We have to keep showing up every day. We can't take days off, because every day that you take off, somebody else is learning, and then they're passing you up, they're leaving you in the dust. So that's why I say, it's even if on the weekends, just figure out something that you could do on the weekends. Review all your trades during the week. See why this one is in drawdown. See why this one's a loser. See why this one's a winner. These are all things you can do to help your trading. And I know it sucks. I would rather be out partying with the friends and doing all of this and that. But the thing is if you look into the future, 5 years from now, partying is not going to be where I want to be in life, you know, but 5 years of trading is going to put me where I need to be in life. So that's just kind of how I see it. Just if you want to speed up your learning process, just dedicate your life to it, you know. But the thing is some people can't. But the thing is, I also can't, because I work a full-time job too. I'm working 40-50 hours a week myself. But the thing is, though, is I want it so bad. That's why after work I rush home, go straight to sleep for 4 hours. I wake up and I trade again on London. So it just depends on, you know, how bad you really want it. What I like to do is I try to force myself to say, you know, I'm tired of being, I'm not broke, but I'm not poor, but I'm not rich, you know. So it's just like, I don't want to live the way I live no more. Not, I'm grateful for everything I have, but that's what motivates me more, because I want more. I want more in life, you know. I know me going to work every day isn't my end goal. Isn't what I dreamed that what I would be doing for the rest of my life. So that's just why I'm glad I came across trading, and it's a path that could help me and help my family do things that, you know, I never expected I could probably do. But yeah, so that's kind of my idea. And yeah, like I was saying about how could we know the 3Ps can't be? Yeah, like I said, it was just pretty much whichever way it breaks first is the answer. But also what I'm also kind of guessing is you don't want to take a 3-piece. Look, I'm just looking right here. Well, this one didn't technically do it. So like this was a possible 3-piece, you know, and it comes up, but it didn't come down. But what I'm saying though is, if you notice, look, this was a 3-piece forming, right? And then look, this one's inside. This one came up and it technically didn't close. If you put a line right at the top of there, look, it didn't close underneath this one. You would have wanted it to close underneath, right? But that's where I say is that in order, like I said, if we were going to continue down, we would have needed to grab a wick to go down. But look, if you notice, look what happened. We did eventually do that. So it's like I said, there's other ways that you could use this 3-piece to your advantage. You could use it to find out, okay, we're not going to continue down. Now we're going to go up, or, you know, it just depends. And also, you don't want to find it somewhere in the middle of a range. You see how this is right in the middle of a range? That you don't want to take trades in the middle of the range. You're going to probably want to wait till liquidity to come back down, or going down to come back up. So like I said, also knowing where you are in the market is important, you know. Like I said, you would rather find a 3-piece right here, find a 3-piece right here, find a 3-piece right here, find a 3-piece here, find a 3-piece here. You know, you want to find it at those important areas, at the tops or at the bottoms. You don't want to try to find it in the middle. Not saying that they can't work, but it's just the fact, like, when you're in the middle of a range, you're just ranging. You're not really picking a direction yet. Bro, what is pineapple? You haven't heard of what a pineapple is? Let me show you. Let me show you, brother. I'm gonna show you. All right, let me try to find, where did they put the, let me see, maybe it was in this one. I just replied up, oh yeah, pineapple. Okay, so let me explain to what a pineapple is. Ooh, no, not that one. Hold on, where's this music at? Right here. Let me find this music real quick. Alright, let's see. Alright.
For it. So
look, I'm gonna show you what this pineapple is right now. But
as we're current bond wick for the 30-minute candle, right?
But understand, a pineapple is okay. You've heard of a zucchini, right? A zucchini is pretty much the 3-piece. That's how I came up with the 3-piece, is because of the zucchini that trades that Don takes. So his zucchini trades. Yeah, so what the zucchini trades are is pretty much just taking like the trades either at the top or the bottom of the range, right? But let's say it goes into drawdown, that's when it becomes a pineapple trade. So you can say zucchini, but added pineapples. So pineapples are just additional positions in drawdown. So let's say we get in at 1900, we're expecting it to go up. Then it starts to go down to 1895, you would do a pineapple. And then when 1895, or let me show you actually. Well, let's watch this video and then I'll explain it with the candles myself.
Look, 30-minute candle closed bearish, respect and support. So I'm taking an entry here.
But just listen, and it's just pretty much additional positions. That's all pineapple is.
Anticipating that this 30-minute candle is going to flip, and my target would be probably like 1960, 1959, and then my stops is going to be probably, I was looking around like here earlier, around like 1948, to be honest. If you want to manage risk off the 1 hour, you can go ahead and do that.
So look, he's in drawdown right now.
I might look to add pineapples though. I mean, pineapples like just a stack position, or if this 1 hour candle flips, I'll stack, because like now it's pretty much bond wick, right? So this 1 hour candle opened up, closed at support here, or closed right at support. If it were to flip bullish, we can probably look for a second position. Yeah, probably put a buy stop there. All right, so second position got activated, I believe. Gone bias here, chat. Again, second position's on stream, pineapples. TP, same thing. Stop loss, same thing for now. But look left, it should have clean traffic to drive up towards the entry point. So I'm just gonna close both my positions off here. First one closed at break even. Second one closed at around like 15 pips. So 15 pips in total, I'll say. Not a bad trade.
So pretty much what it is that, let's say, okay, let's say right here, look, we're taking a long trade. We're right here at support, right? I mean, obviously this wick came super down far, but it came down here. Let's say our stop loss was right there at the bottom. Our initial entry would be right here, right? Expecting it to go up to this point. But then it starts to go in the opposite direction. So the reason why you would put a pineapple down here is because of previous information that gave you that this line is going to probably be a good indicator of where we could be tapping before we move up. So pretty much what he would do is he would put his second position right here at this bottom yellow line. He'll put the second position here. The first position will be into the negative, but the second position, once it starts to go up, we're already in the profits. So the higher this one goes, the less profit, the less negative this one is also. But let's say he closes out right here at the middle. This first position will be in negative because we're a little bit down, but the second position is pretty much doubling the losses. So let's say we lost 500 on the first one, but we gained 1,000 on the second position. So what our actual win would be, instead of losing 5 and instead of losing 1,000, our win would be 500. Even though we had a 1 losing trade, but the 1 winning trade was big enough to cancel out all of it pretty much. So pretty much what the pineapple is kind of like a hedge. It's an additional, well, hedging is if you're going in the opposite direction. Like let's say, oh, I'm expecting it to go up, but I'm gonna take a trade going down just in case it goes that way, just to hedge against me. But it's kind of like in betting sports. I don't know if you guys bet sports, but let's say, let's say you have a bet that's okay. If if a sports team posts to win by 1 point, I'll win my money. But let's say they take a tie. I'm gonna take another bet as a tie just in case. That'll be either a little bit less or a little bit more, or whatever, just so I don't lose like completely everything. That way I still, no matter what happens, I can guarantee that I could still come away with something. So it won't be as big of a loss, or it'll be like a break even. So pretty much what pineapples do is save him from a bad position so he could exit out of it at a break even at least. Because like I said, if your first initial entry is right here and your second one is here, and let's say it only goes to this point before continuing down, at least this first position's in profit, which will cancel out the loss of the first position right there. So yeah, like I said, it's just pretty much an additional position to add to pretty much to bring your average price lower, kind of like a dollar cost average in trading and like in investing and stuff. You always want to buy once it goes low, buy again, so when it comes up it brings your average lower. So pretty much that's all it's doing, is just bringing his average. Okay, I understand now. One is in loss but the second is in profit, and an average close with profit. Exactly. So if you guys remember that trade that Don took for 24 hours that he was on stream, there were 3 hedges. There were like 3 hedges in a sense, where like, let's see, where was it at? Or yeah, let me show you on gold. Okay, so look. Okay, look, Don Vo, what happened with Don Vo is he got into a trade at this point because of he was looking left and he was assuming, okay, this was pretty much where we're gonna turn back around. But he was wrong. So the fact that he got into a trade right here, all of this is negative drawdown. So this is why the 24-hour stream happened, because he literally waited all for that to play out. So what he did was he got into his trade here, then he got into a second trade up here. So when it was negative, both of them were in negative at one point. This one came in a positive for a little bit, back into negative, back into positive, and then when it came back down to here to his break even, he got out of his first original trade at break even, but his second trade was all of this in profit. So he's still, even though his first one lost maybe 20, 30 pips or whatever, his second, or like let's say he lost 20, 15 pips. Oh, because he also, like I said, this one broke even because he gets out right here. So since he was able to get out right there, that's when you kind of can notice, that's where the where he got out at. This one was only it probably was only a negative a little bit, maybe 10 pips. But like I said, this one being positive 30, 40 pips, he still walked away with 30 pips, So the account says it was a win, but it was just a wild ride. That all it was. But that's the importance of a pineapple, is that the pineapple is what could save you from massive drawdown. But then this is also why, so the zucchini, that's what the zucchini is though. Understand, this first trade was the zucchini. The pineapples are just additional positions. So that's why it becomes a pineapple trade once you have to add positions, because like I said, the reason why he names them specific things is so it pretty much describes certain things. So when you say zucchini, there wasn't no additional positions. When you say pineapple, it was a zucchini trade that required additional positions underneath in drawdown. So like I said, so that's why I say it's just easier to explain pineapple than to have to explain that every single time, So, but yeah, like I said, pineapple is just a zucchini, but with additional positions. A zucchini is just a zucchini with no additional positions. So yeah, like I said, tomato, same thing, but just different ways of explaining a bunch of information without having to say all that. And that's why I say, and like I said, why do you think I named it a 3-piece? Because I don't want to have to explain those 3 candles every single time. You know, I want to be able to just say, hey, look at 3 pieces coming, and you guys already understand exactly what I'm coming from. So yeah, my computer's about 10% onion. Okay, onion is a little bit different. Onion is well, from this is the thing, okay? So from what I'm kind of aware of is, if you look at the bottom right here, this is the onion. Okay, if you can see my screen at the bottom, right? You can see the screen. The bottom 3 are all onions. The left 3 are the bullish onions. The right 3 on the screen are bearish onions. All right, so like I said, if you look from the left to the right, let's see. Yeah, if you look from the left, starting left, if you notice, we're coming from the bottom, and then we break that bottom line, and then we go up to the next resistance, which is the top line. And then if you see that there's a red candle that comes down, there's 2 red candles that goes back down to support, and then your trade would be the 3rd green candle from the left, which would be the top wick. So this is how I came up with the 3-piece, because if you notice, this is a 3-piece right here on the onion. But the thing is if you notice that big red, the big green candle on the bottom left, the big green one that's breaking back up above that range, that one doesn't clear the bottom. If you notice, it doesn't clear both those. Like if you look at the wick, it doesn't clear both candles. So that's what I'm saying is that's the one specific information that's more important than I think just that alone. And that's what I'm saying is, I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's talking, but it's just the fact, I don't know if he knows that wick is what needs to happen to confirm it, because it won't confirm it, because if it doesn't break both of these bottoms, then most likely it's going to need to come back down to grab liquidity, because if it broke it, it would have had enough liquidity to continue up. But okay, so that's an onion, right? But if you notice where the zucchini would be at, let me pull up a chart. Let me see if okay, look, there's a resistance, or there's a support, there's a resistance. Okay, we have a green candle here, we have a green candle there, and then we have the next green candle here, and then how do you change the color? Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, okay, so we have that green candle there, and then this next one goes into resistance, then this next one goes back into support, then this next one goes back into support, and then the next one is the one that goes up, that drives up. Okay, so let me change these colors. Put this one red, put this one red, put this one green, put this one green. Okay, so as you can see, this is where we're starting from. We're starting from the bottom. So like I said, we're coming from the bottom here. So we're moving up this way. We're moving up like this. Oh man. Okay, we're moving up. So the direction is going this way. So if that's the direction, we're coming from the bottom. So this is a bullish area, right? So this would be an onion. This right here would be our onion. Our entry would be right here at this top. Like I said, look, the way he has it on the screen is kind of like this. And then this one is the one that goes up a little bit, but it never clears the bottom. So that's why I'm saying is that this would be the onion that you would take. But where I'm saying the zucchini comes into play is the zucchini is the trade that's right here. The zucchini could be even on the opposite, because the thing is if you notice on a zucchini, it's usually when we're moving up, and that's what a top wick entry is after we come back down to grab liquidity. So Donvo understands that. So what he was doing before is he was waiting for all of this to play out, and then his trade will be right here. But what he's realized is that you could be taking a trade here, you could be taking a trade here, and you could be taking a trade here. So in order, and the thing is though, there was a lot of times he would have to wait. He would have to wait, be waiting, 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 and then boom, that's where he would take his trade in this area. But the thing is though, if he takes it in this area, it could still not play out. So like I said, let's say these were on hour candles. You're waiting 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6 hours for a one trade that you don't even know if it's going to play out or not. So what Don started realizing, I believe, is that he's like, this is a big enough move to take. This is a big enough move to take too. And then this is a big enough move to take. So why not just take it? And then that's where I think he created the zucchini, which was the zucchini was just pretty much the onion, but it's the first pullback on that onion, because most likely for us to pump up so high, we have to come back down to grab liquidity to continue up. And that's where I'm saying he's been able to figure that out. And that's where, like I said, him figuring that out helped me lead to the point to where I could figure out the three piece in a sense and confirm it. And that's the only thing difference that I believe my three piece does, is that it gives a confirmation. Because the thing is like I said, when he got into the trade at this point, it's not that it's wrong, but how come we couldn't get into the trade up here so we weren't into this 24-hour drawdown? And that's where I was able to come up. That in those moments is when I came up with the three piece, because the three piece happens up here. The three piece happened, it didn't happen down here. So no three piece, maybe, let me see, maybe even a three piece could have even happened on a, no, see, like I said, so nothing, because what the three piece does is that it kind of signals that we're going to start grabbing liquidity in order for us to continue down. So we're just pretty much just waiting. But yeah, that's kind of what, ask me another question. I kind of lost track of where I was going with that, but if you have any more questions, hopefully that answered it a little bit. Thanks for clear my concept. Yeah, man, appreciate. You're welcome, bro. Sorry, I was looking at this message my buddy texted me. Thanks. Oh yeah, brother. But sorry, I was just reading this message again. But yeah, it's looking like my computer's gonna be dying right now. If you guys have any questions or anything before I head off, I'm gonna be taking off right now. I'm gonna go visit my parents. I live in a different city than them because I moved closer to where my job was at. I live with one of my friends of mine, but he's one of my best friends. But yeah, he's not home right now, so I'm just here by myself at home, anyways. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be driving about an hour and a half to go visit my parents in where they live at, where my hometown is at, and yeah, just gonna go visit them. I have my little nephew there. Have my little nephew there, see how he's doing, and play with him a little bit. I've been teaching him how to read and learn his numbers, so hopefully he's been practicing when I'm away. Yeah, I gotta jump in my car. Actually, I need to go. Well, I need to get a car wash too. But the thing is I'm gonna drive for an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. By the time I get back, it's gonna be my car's gonna be dirty again. So I might as well just wait till I get back. Say hello to your parents. Yes, I will, Fawn. I will tell them because, like I said, they're not interested in my trading, but they do ask me. So how's it going? How's it going? So yeah, I will definitely let them know that I met a really cool guy named Fawn who helped me with my thumbnails and helped me finding all these prop firms and all these other things and stuff. So yeah, definitely will say I will give them nice words for you, sir. Thank you very much for thank you for joining me on the stream like always, Fawn. I'm glad I can help you any way I can, and like I said, let's just keep getting better. It's just remember, if I told you all the answers in one day, it's too hard to remember it. We have to hear it for 6 months in a row, you know. So let's do it for 6 months and see where we end up. But yeah, alrighty, brother. I'll see you guys later, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Make sure you guys are eating your fruits and vegetables to stay nice and hydrated, and try not to eat too much fake sugar because that's not good for us. But real sugar, like fruits and stuff, that's good sugar. But you know, like cookies and bad shit. Stay healthy, fellas, because in order for us to spend all this money we're gonna make from trading, we're gonna need to live a long life. But yeah, all right. I'll see you guys later, and you guys have a good day. I'll see you.